The MMA India Show.
I want to welcome the action man Christopher Curtis on the show, the current CES MMA welterweight champ, the person that's going to make his debut in the very first episode of season 2 of Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender series. So, Christopher, first, right off the bat, I need to ask you this. How big of an opportunity do you think it is for you to establish yourself in the eyes of the MMA as well as the UFC fans next weekend? Or next week, sorry.
Man, it's huge, man. Just because I've been doing this for so long now that I've wanted my shot for so long. Just like give me a chance to just show that I'm supposed to be there. Nothing sucks worse than knowing you should be there and not getting a shot. So I finally get that shot. It's long overdue, and I'm just gonna have to show everybody they missed out on a few years. I'm only 30. I got the best years ahead of me still. So I'm just gonna go make some fans. I'm gonna go put on a show, make some fans, and get my contract.
Right, and you've been saying this for some years now. I remember, you being very angry on UFC for not giving you the call earlier. So, when did you get the call? This is a very interesting aspect where I wanted to get your thoughts on this. When did you get the call from the UFC, and when did they reach out to you saying we want you on the show?
My manager, McKee Sullivan, had just talked to them before, and they had said they wanted me, but I hadn't been getting a definitive answer. So before my last CES fight, it was kind of up in the air, but they hadn't given me a date or a definitive yes or no. They said, "Oh, we wanted you." So in my head, until you actually give me a date, it's not real. So I wasn't expecting too much. I won that fight, and I got the call 2 days later. So it was pretty great. Just like, oh man, finally.
And how annoying was this wait for you? Because we've seen a lot of MMA fighters getting calls much earlier. So how annoying was this for you to have been waiting for so long?
Oh, it's maddening, man. Especially when I fought Wilfredo fights in the same card, not Santiago, a former opponent. I beat him, and he gets a call before me, and I'm just like, what did I do? What? It has to be bad karma. In a past life, I had to have killed somebody important or something like the Archbishop. I'm just like, I don't know what I did, but I'm paying for past karma. I don't know. It's maddening, man. It was driving me crazy.
And I was going to ask you about that because Will Santiago, as you said, the man that you defeated, got the call first. So what was running through your mind? Because you went on Facebook, you said you might even consider retiring from the sport.
Yeah, I mean, I spent a lot of time thinking about that. This is going to be probably I decided last year that this year would be my make or break year. I was going to go full steam ahead. If I got the call, then we're going to go through with it. If I didn't, then this is going to be my last year just because, I'm 30. I'll be 31 in July, actually. So after I fight, I'll be 31 a few weeks later. And I'm like, man, that's really old to be a prospect. And, your body only takes so much. I'm a high-paced fighter. I'm a high-conditioned fighter. So you can only maintain that style of training for so long. So if I wasn't going to get the call, I wasn't going to wait forever. I wanted to at least move on when I still had, my wits about me. I still had my best years ahead of me. My body was physically able to keep doing things. So I was like, if I'm not going to get the call, I'm going to go and move on with my life, see what's next.
Right, so knowing that, with just a week away, how big is the anticipation for you? Just counting down the days. How big is this anticipation the next week for you?
It's not bad, man. I've had 22 amateur fights. I've got 23 pro fights now. It's going to work for me, man. It's going to work, and the training I love. The diet sucks pretty bad, but the fight I love too. So I mean, I get to go to work. I love my job. It gets real the day before weigh-ins. And then the day of the fight, it gets a little bit more real to me. But from this point on, man, I don't have the jitters anymore. I've been here too many times. Every fight for the last 2 years, every fight I've had in my head has been, if I lose this fight, my hopes of the UFC are gone. So I've had this pressure every fight for the last 2 years. So now it's just one more. If I lose this fight for before, my UFC dreams are gone. So nothing's changed for me. I'm going to go in and do what I always do.
All right, and you also moved from Ohio to California to join Team Quest.
Yeah, I spend most of my time out here. Yeah, I still live in Ohio part of the time. My family, my children are in Ohio. But I've been out here since the end of February. I haven't been home in 4 months, even longer than that, 5 months. So that kind of sucks. But, I'm out here at Quest. I just got back from doing another week in Vegas. So I had Extreme Couture with guys. So I'm just training up and down, the West Coast out here, just getting the best work that I can get.
Right, and I was going to ask you this. You are wrestling with someone like Dan Henderson. You're training with Smiling Sam and Sean Strickland. How big of an opportunity has this been for you?
I've been at Quest for about 3 years now. I had these guys, it's just, I always laugh because, like, I go to practice. I don't even think about it now. I'm going to practice. Like, I'm fighting Sam. I'm fighting Sean. Like, I'm wrestling with Hendo. We were in Vegas. I'm working with Brad Tavares, sparring with all these other guys. I was wrestling with Jay Heron. And it's just weird because, like, years ago back home, you kind of struggle to find groups of guys who wrestle in high school. Now I'm wrestling against guys who are ranked in the world, former world champions. It just changes your mindset. After so long, when you first start, you get beat up. Like, hands down, you get beat up. But after a while, you adjust. You start getting better. Your ceiling, you feel your ceiling raise up. And now when I go with them in my head, I'm like, I should be here already. I'm at this level. I'm not behind anymore. I've caught up. I'm at that level. So it's great for you. Mentally, skill-wise, it's great. But mentally, man, you can't ask for anything better. Like, I know I'm prepared. I know I'm ready.
Right, now talking about your upcoming fight, you're going to fight Sean Lally, who, again, someone similar to you, has been riding on a five-fight win streak. So how do you prepare for someone like that? How do you prepare for your opponents? Do you scout their fights? What do you do during the fight week?
For me, I mean, we watched the video when we got the fight, and then kind of haven't gone back to it. I don't do anything special, honestly. I know what I have to do. Like, if anybody see me fight, everybody knows I'm going to go in. I'm going in there to hit you, going in there to box you up. All we have to do was make sure that I have the tools I can do that without running into too many snags. But I mean, the pressure's for him, really, man. He gets to be starstruck. This is the biggest fight he's ever had. He's never had a fight anywhere close to that. He's never fought anybody close to, like, my skill level, not to be a jerk about it. This is a huge step up for him. It's not the same way for me. I've been fighting killers for years. Right. Like, I've been fighting the best guys in the East Coast and Midwest, freaking Canada for years now. And this is his first fight where he's really fighting a guy to where he's not supposed to win. So, it's just another day for me, man. I'm going to go out there and do what I do. My training's the same. We bust my ass. You could be, he's 8-2. You could be 10-1. You could be 42-0. My training's going to be the same. It's not about him anymore. It's just about me.
All right. And you are obviously the ES MMA welterweight champion. So I also wanted to ask you, how big of a stepping stone has the promotion been for you to get where you are today?
Man, CES has been, I can't even begin to thank Patrick Sullivan, the matchmaker, and Jimmy Birchfield Jr. and Sr. for bringing me on. They took a big risk with me when they got me to fight DeFreitas to win the belt. And I think we kind of shocked everybody. Nobody thought I could do it. They were just impressed, and they've gone above and beyond to get my name out there, man. Like, just to be able to fight on that platform and be on TV has been great. But they've gone above and beyond and promoting me, putting my face in front of cameras, putting my name out there, interviews. It's been a huge, I can't even call them a stepping stone, man. Like, it's been a huge rung on that ladder to get me up there. I owe them a lot, man. Like, CES has been great to me. They've been amazing to me.
Right, and obviously, as you said, you are a very exciting fighter. You let yourself go. You let your hands go in the fights. And previously, you also called out Mike Perry. Is that a fight that you want in the UFC? Do you see that happening?
Oh, the moment I beat Lally, I'm going to have to bring that back up. Mike Perry even said, he's talking trash. He's like, well, you get to the UFC and we'll fight. I was like, all right, watch. Like, don't be careful what you wish for, man. So only hope is, he's at Jackson Winks now. So hopefully they make him a better fighter. And I want him to be there when I get there. I don't need him to get cut before I get there, because I'm going to beat the brakes off Mike Perry.
All right, and one final question for you, obviously. As I said, this week is going to be big for you. So what are your practices going into the fight? What are you going to do until next Tuesday? Just can you, divulge some information about that?
Oh, yeah. From the next week, pretty much, I'm what am I, 10 days out, 11 days out, something like that. I got about 2 more hard practices left. I had a good, we did 6 rounds today with Sean Strickland, hard rounds. I'm about to go do some swim and do some mitts and some cardio. I've got about 2 more real practices. I'll do one Monday, one Tuesday. Outside of that, it's just cardio, mitts, and we start doing the weight cut in a few days. So right now, it's just me staying sharp. Like I'm perfect right now. I could fight right now, honestly. Like skill wise, so all it is, I'm not gonna get any better cardio. I'm not gonna learn anything new this next week. So for me, it's just sharpening the knives, man. Keep the blade sharp. Make sure I keep my lungs up, and really, it's just recovering. This next week is me recovering and me staying sharp and getting ready for fight night. So it's kind of my downward swing now. Like, I'm happy about that. It's been a long camp. It's been a hard camp. It's been one of the hardest camps I've ever had, actually. But I feel great now. The next 10 days is just, me staying ready, ironing out the last little details, and getting ready to beat the hell out of him.
All right, and this will be the first time some of the UFC fans and MMA fans get to see you. So do you have anything to say? What can they expect from the fight? What can they expect from you?
And it's always laugh because I tell guys, people in MMA can't box. People think there's boxing in MMA. There's no boxing in MMA. There's very few and far between. So I come from boxing. Boxing's been my first love forever. I still love MMA. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna put hands on this guy. You'll never see me shoot for a takedown in the fight. It just doesn't happen. It's not what I do. I'm gonna beat him up, and honestly, I'm predicting. Give me 2 rounds. Second round, body shot, knockout.
So that's how you predict the fight going down. Second round.
2 rounds, body shot, knockout. Yep.
All right, fantastic. Thank you once again, Chris, for taking the time. Obviously, it's just 1 more week away, so we appreciate you taking this time for us. And all the very best for your upcoming fight. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, man. I hope to hear from you guys as soon as I get out of this, man. I'll talk to you guys again. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, and all the very best. Have a good day.
You too, man. Later.